It is early morning and today is going to be a very big and important day, especially for me, because we are not harvesting today, but we are going to continue, or should I say restart our trenching, which was supposed to be done in the summer. And our trencher got a breakdown in early July, and we waited for it for 3 months, and last Friday it showed up again with the new bearings and houses for the bearings. Changed most of the stuff along the axle way here, and everything back in this chamber is supposed to be brand new because there is a big sprocket here which drives a chain from the axle and which runs the, should I call it a trencher, or the thing that spins the soil out from the trench, and it's refilled with oil and everything. So we will grease it up, hook it over to the 516, which my brother will come with pretty soon here, and get him going on that, and hopefully get all our trenching done within the next week or so. And Cosmin is going to show up with the Massey Ferguson 135, and he will start to winterize some sprayers. And the plan is that we will stack them and some other stuff in the shed today, so they are ready to be stored for the winter. And I will try to help all of them as good as I can. I also have some stuff I want to do myself with the excavator, but we'll see when I get there and how far I'll get today. So the plan right now is to find a trench where I can put this, and hopefully it will stay right up and won't fall down, and we'll start to connect it to the 516 pretty soon here. Small change of plans here. The 135 has a flat front tire. That means I need to run over there with the 313 and this one. The 313 or all of our tractors has a compressor on the back here because of the air brake system, so it's much easier to just bring the tractor and refill with the tractor compressor. Okay, job done. Pretty neat to have a compressor on the back of the tractor. Pretty expensive to drive it all the way here to use it, but this time we had to. And finally we're on trenching again, and I can finally start to breathe again. I have been pretty concerned about this for the last 3 months. It was supposed to be done in the summer, as I already said, but it's not, and it has concerned me. But now we are back on it. It's pretty wet, but it has been wet all summer too, so I don't think it would have made any difference. Yeah, so we have this field which goes around this pond. We'll go on the other side. I think it's about 5 hectares or something, and then we have 3 fields at the main farm, and maybe, probably not, a couple of other fields we want to do, but we don't know yet. Because it's so late, we might have to change our plans for 2023. So, but now we have started, and my brother will sit in this for the next week or so. We'll have to do this 2 times. First, we need to take a depth of 50 centimeters, and then we'll take the second one at approximately 90 centimeters, or about 90% of the depth we want to take. And then we'll come close to spring and take the last 10% or 10 centimeters and finish up the depth we want to have, and lay drain tiles so everything is going to dry up. And I need to finish up this main trench. It was pretty wet on the edge here, so I was not able to stand here with the excavator and do what I was supposed to do. So yep, then I'll go and get the excavator and do other stuff. Okay, so on the last carrot field back in my farm, we created a terrible mess because it was raining so much. And as you can see, there are a bunch of deep tractor tracks or tire tracks on this field, so I want to smooth out as much as I can and also clean up a little bit on the road here because it's a mess. And hopefully that will help for next year, in case we want to have crops, either carrots or sweets on it. Just to show you how effing wet it is right here, right now. You can barely see my belt on the right hand side here, and you can barely see my blade on the front. It's so wet here, and this is just how it is out here. It's hard, it's tough, and when you mix this soil type with a little bit of water, it's gonna create a terrible mud. And if I were to walk out here right now with my shoes, I've probably been that stuck, and you probably had to call a helicopter or something to pick me up, because nobody can walk in this now. And if you drive a tractor here, you will probably have to sit here for till April or something. It's so tough when we have the conditions that we have. And this is why we trench and stuff, but you can see
even trenching doesn't stop it from getting this wet. This is just surface water that is laying in the tire tracks, and yeah, I don't know much what else to say about this. Tough conditions. Alright, so I realized I gotta take this in stages. It's too wet to go there with the excavator, but I'm taking a little bit along the edge of the main trench and a little bit up there, and also in front of the field exit. The best thing for it to happen now is to get a freeze and a layer of 10 centimeters with ice maybe on it, so it will freeze up and dry up, and then hopefully if that happens I can go there and take the next stage in front of the field exit and level off the rest of the tire tracks. This is normally something we don't do, but just in case we need this field next year, I know from experience that if you have the tire track sit for too long, it will take forever for it to dry up in the spring. So if you level it up, the water won't have any places to sit, or it can disappear easier than if you let it sit in the tire track. And I also, that was yesterday, dug up this trench. It was not working as it was supposed to. There was something wrong with the drain tile or the level of the drain tile, so it was wet, and it caused a massive trouble on the second field exit we got somewhere over where I'm pointing. I was so lucky to dig it up. So this will now sit during the winter. Hopefully again it will freeze up and help the soil to dry up and stuff. So, all right, now I want to go over where my brother is working and do a small job before I do something else. Okay, so now I'm done with my brother, and I got his main trench, which I've cleaned out earlier, almost, because it was so wet here on the edge that I had to dig up these short trenches first to leave it to dry out a little bit so I can stand here, because I was sinking in the ground when I tried to clean this part. I cleaned all the way up there on the end. There is the end, sorry. And now I got this 7 liters remaining. I need to clean out to get rid of the water, so the water doesn't run into the trench like it has done here. Okay, another early morning, and this time it's the end of the week. So I've skipped a couple of days now to just show you what we have done. And we can start over. I'm at the main farm now, and we have a small patch over there which is done by my brother. And this one is almost done. I just need to dig a few with the excavator because there are bedrocks, and then we need to find another way for the trenches, but that was expected. So my brother is over on the next field over there, working on the third and final field on this farm. He did finish up the first step back at my farm, and he decided to leave it sit for a few days because it has been raining like crazy again.
So if we let it sit, we might give it a small chance to drain off a little bit of the first depth water. So I'm gonna go in the digger now in my excavator, and I think I'll probably start over here and finish up this one. Might take me a day to finish up this field because there are 5 trenches and a whole bunch more over there, which I will take maybe next week or something when I got time. So my brother got stuck pretty bad, maybe the baddest I ever seen yesterday. And we spent almost the whole afternoon to get him out. We actually did have to disconnect the trencher from the tractor, and we needed to bring the excavator over here to dig out the tractor, and then we had to lift out the trencher separately. So yeah, spent a good bunch of time doing that, and it was really frustrating to do this. But he's up and running now again, and everything seems to be working fine, so yeah. Alright, so I've been digging for a while now. I got 1, 2, 3 trenches up, and I'm starting on the 4th right here. And in this situation we got some bedrocks over there from the main trench and up. And I needed to find another way for this trench which runs under me here. So the way we do that is to connect to in this case we got a deep trench over in front of my bucket. Connect across this and up. And I also need to take a little bit from here and up into I reached a point at about 50 centimeters, which is the absolute lowest or shallowest level we can lay a drain tile. So that's how we do it. And yeah, so I got this trench and this trench over there to do, and then this field is finished. And then I will go over to the field where my brother is working, but now I need to go over to our neighbor and help him because the also lift is broken. It needs to be fixed somehow. I don't know exactly what's wrong, but I'll spend the rest of the day with our neighbor and help him so he can start harvesting, because we haven't started yet because of all of the rain. So I will end this video now, so hopefully you enjoyed all of our trenching. Again, there will be plenty more to come. Next video will be when we start to harvest the last 2 fields which are behind me over there. So thanks for watching, guys. Remember to like, comment and subscribe. Remember to check out all of my other videos, and remember to check out